What's going on guys, Mears here, and today I'm going to show you how to survive on wipe day. So let's get right into it. The first thing you're going to need to do is keep killing yourself until you respawn in an area that you want to live, or just run around and hope that you get lucky. Regardless of what kind of base you want to build, like a rock base, water base, or just a massive fuck off base, you're going to need to put down sleeping bags so that if you're killed, you can get back there. I suggest an area with plentiful resources and access to both stone and wood. This will give you the strongest start that you can possibly get and ensure that there are plenty of materials that you will need to build your base. Some good places for this would be bordering a forest, near a desert, or if you're ballsy enough, go into a snow biome. Personally, we always try and get near a desert because of the large quantity of nodes that spawn, but stay just far away enough for the larger clans who always settle in the desert not to notice us, as you will be an easy target, especially if you're in a smaller group. Once you know where you want to live and you've teleported or bagged in all your mates, you need to set up a temporary house. Remember, the more resources you spend on this, the less you'll have to use on the main base. But don't be too stingy, because it can become an easy raid for larger clans who are looking for a lot of early loot and to get rid of a local neighbour. I would suggest something like a 2x2 with a sealed off cupboard, a few furnaces and enough chests for all the materials you're going to gather. Feel free to put a second floor on it and even put a window on it if you want, but just remember, you don't really want to be spending too much time at this stage, because you need to get the base built as quick as you can. Now for the fun part, gathering. Everyone loves gathering. Everyone needs to be out gathering as much as they can, as quickly as they can. Bear in mind, everyone else will be out gathering as well, so be sure to take a bow or a gun if you can afford it, because you can pick up some easy kills and get plenty of loot. At this stage, it's very important not to get sidetracked, because it's very easy to get carried away with just killing other players. Your main priority here is to get resources to the shit shack, or your temporary base, whatever you want to call it, and prepare for making the larger base. If you're killing players and getting loads of loot, great, don't stop, just keep it up. However, if you're starting to notice a lack of loot in your area from the players that you're killing, then just pack it in and go and farm yourself, because this is far more efficient. Once you have plenty of materials, you can begin construction on your base. It's never a bad idea to have a lookout hidden in the bush, because when you're building, your guard is down and you can't always react as quickly as you'd like to, and you do not want to lose all your materials and, even worse, your base. A good tip for this stage as well, as soon as your base is large enough to accommodate all your loot and it's more secure than your shit shack, move everything over. If you're playing on a server which didn't have a blueprint wipe on and you can make a mining quarry and survey charges, you're in luck, because you need to set one up so that it's constantly bringing in materials for you. Look around and try and get a good drop from a survey charge as close to your base as you can, because that'll make the mining quarry as safe as it can possibly be. I suggest looking for 5 stone and 5 sulphur from the drop on the survey charge, and if you have the resources to put up a second one, aim to get high quality in stone. If you can't get any high quality, then just go for sulphur again. You can never go wrong with too much sulphur. Once you've built both of them, be sure to put some wooden walls or stone walls around them, and then periodically go over and empty them. Obviously, you're going to need to fuel your quarries, so whenever you see a pig or a bear, be sure to kill it, because they give the most fat out of every animals. If you're getting desperate and there's a serious lack of animals in your area, you can always cut up the players that you're killing for fat, but this is not very efficient. Continue to build up your base as best you can, and if you have a larger clan, and by that I mean 5 or more people, send 2 to 3 people out just to gather or kill other players and bring back loot. Give them the best equipment that you can spare, and once you've gathered enough materials, just TP home, drop off and go back out. It's never a bad idea to have one of the builders managing the furnace room as well, to stay on top of all the metal, sulphur and high quality that you're bringing home. If you're a lone player or there's 3 people or less in your group, either just send one person out on their own and hopefully they won't get gangbanged by a group of people, or just do everything together and build as a group and then go out as a group. Now that your base is nearing completion, all that cooked sulphur is going to pay off. Make rockets and C4 and look for an easy raid target. A lot of people will just set up a small base and gather resources before going to bed, and these are the sort of targets that you want to go for. I would always suggest that you go for buildings much closer to your base. By doing this, you're kicking out the competition for your resources, so you're getting rid of all your neighbours, and you're always close to your base should someone try and raid you. Bear in mind, larger clans will have members on throughout the whole night, so you want to be in and out quickly just in case someone hears. If at any point you're attacked during any of these stages, do not let the raiders get the cupboard no matter what. If they get to the cupboard, you're more than likely going to lose all your materials, and even worse, they could even just take your base. So congratulations, you've just survived Wipe Day. You got a lot to show for it. You got a nice base, your clan's all happy, plenty of materials, and you got all the guns and ammo that you could possibly need. And you've even just got rid of all your neighbours. So now you can do whatever you want. The world is your oyster. Go out and fuck some people up, sit and watch your quarries, burn away your low grade, or just be a roof camper. Dickhead. The choice is yours, because there is absolutely nothing that could go wrong. Oh, fuck.